Hollywood used to be the capital of imagination, but today it feels like the industry is running on fumes. For years, people have been saying the movie business is in trouble, but 2026 might be the year everyone finally admits it. Hollywood isn't just struggling, it's collapsing. If you look at the numbers, the cracks are impossible to ignore. The industry has lost roughly a third of its workforce, and ticket sales have dropped by nearly the same amount. Several major studios spent hundreds of millions only to watch film after film flop. In fact, last year delivered some of the weakest box office results in almost 3 decades, even before adjusting for inflation. And while a few movies still managed to surprise, they aren't enough to stop the bleeding. One of the biggest hits last year was a Predator sequel. Yes, the 9th one, which outperformed expectations simply because Hollywood has released so little that audiences were actually excited to see. So the big question is simple: why is Hollywood dying? The truth is, there isn't one single reason. It's more like 1,000 tiny cuts mixed with a few giant self-inflicted wounds. But let's break down the biggest causes. 1. The collapse of original ideas. Hollywood used to take risks. Now, it's terrified of them. Last year alone, out of more than 30 major studio releases, only a handful were actually original stories. Everything else was a remake, a reboot, a sequel, a prequel, or a spin-off of a franchise that peaked decades ago. Audiences can feel the creative exhaustion. Studios are recycling brands, identities, and characters because they're afraid to try something new. But the safe bets aren't safe anymore. Even major superhero films are underperforming. Meanwhile, a Chinese fantasy film became a global #1. An anime movie beat multiple American blockbusters. Streaming-only titles have generated more excitement than theatrical releases. Hollywood has become predictable, and viewers are drifting away. 2. Streamers beat the theaters. The pandemic didn't kill movie theaters, but it did break the habit of going. When lockdowns forced audiences inside, streaming exploded, and it never slowed down. By 2019, streaming revenue had already surpassed theatrical revenue. Today, Netflix alone makes more money than the entire worldwide box office combined. That is a staggering shift in power. Theaters still matter, but they are no longer the center of entertainment. Younger audiences grew up watching everything on phones, tablets, and laptops. For Gen Z, only 13% say theaters are their favorite way to watch anything. That means Hollywood's most important audience isn't showing up. 3. Hollywood's reputation problem. For decades, movie stars felt larger than life, mysterious, iconic, untouchable. Today, celebrities go viral not for their films, but for telling the public what to think, who to vote for, and how to live. That constant preaching has turned many viewers off. Actors used to maintain distance, which gave them mystique. Now they're online every day arguing about politics, lecturing fans, or attacking people who didn't like their latest movie. Instead of winning audiences back, some celebrities seem determined to push them away. And the industry is starting to feel it. Shows are being canceled, ratings are falling, and even big talk show hosts with massive budgets are losing viewers faster than ever. 4. Industry chaos behind the scenes. The last few years in Hollywood have been a mess. Massive strikes stopping production nationwide. AI fears threatening both writers and actors. Major studios merging or going bankrupt. Tens of thousands of jobs disappearing. Fewer films being made overall. Warner Brothers, the studio with some of last year's only real hits, is now up for sale. Paramount just got bought out. MGM already belongs to Amazon. Disney is downsizing and cutting projects left and right. The industry is shrinking in real time. 5. The audience Hollywood abandoned. This might be the most harmful mistake of all. Instead of listening to the people buying the tickets, studios started telling audiences that their criticisms were the problem. Fans who complained about bad writing or weak characters were labeled toxic, bigoted, or not the audience the studio wanted. Imagine insulting the very people who pay for your movies. That strategy always ends the same way. People stop showing up, and they're stopping in massive numbers. 6. The competition Hollywood never saw coming. Hollywood isn't just competing with other studios anymore. Their biggest rivals aren't movies. They're YouTubers, TikTok creators, streamers, gamers, online personalities. In 2023, YouTube became the most watched television platform in the world. Influencers today have more cultural influence than some movie stars. Gaming revenue dwarfs Hollywood's entire yearly earnings, and younger audiences spend more time watching creators than actors. The attention economy has changed, and Hollywood didn't adapt. So, can Hollywood be saved? Maybe, but not without massive changes. To recover, Hollywood would need to stop depending on sequels and reboots, rebuild trust with audiences, bring back originality, lower production costs, release consistent high-quality films, keep politics out of entertainment, and understand that the world has changed. But right now, none of that is happening. The truth is simple. Hollywood will survive, but the era of Hollywood controlling the industry is gone. Entertainment is becoming decentralized. Creativity is moving online, and audiences are voting with their attention, not their wallets. Hollywood isn't dead, but it is dying, and the only ones who can save it are the viewers they've been ignoring for years. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and keeps videos like this coming.